Have you ever noticed your legs feeling weaker, heavier, or more painful with each passing year? Climbing stairs becomes harder, walking long distances feels exhausting, and even standing without discomfort can seem like a challenge. Most people assume this is just part of aging, but what if the real culprit isn't age at all, but the foods you eat every single day? Hidden in plain sight, these everyday foods are silently draining your leg strength and mobility. In this video, we'll uncover 5 common foods that may be sabotaging your health and reveal simple, powerful changes to keep you active and independent. Stay with me until the end, because you'll discover how small shifts in your diet can restore strength, reduce pain, and help you move freely for years to come. As we age, maintaining mobility and independence is vital. Yet many seniors unknowingly weaken their bodies through dietary choices that seem harmless. Processed sugar and deep-fried fast foods, for example, are not innocent treats. They are stealthy saboteurs, eroding muscle, stiffening joints, weakening bones, and impairing circulation. Now let's dive deeper into how these foods destroy leg strength and what you can do to protect your health for the years ahead. A teaspoon of sugar in your morning coffee, a slice of chocolate cake at a family celebration, or a cookie after dinner. These small pleasures often feel like well-deserved rewards. For many, sugar is a source of comfort, a reminder of childhood treats, or a quick lift on a tiring day. Yet beneath this harmless-seeming indulgence lies a hidden danger to your strength, especially in your legs, the very foundation of mobility. Many seniors notice muscle weakness, aching joints, constant fatigue, or the unsettling feeling that their legs no longer support them as they once did. Too often these changes are dismissed as natural aging, but science reveals a different story. Excessive sugar quietly accelerates decline, stripping away the energy and independence you need to stay active. Processed sugar creates a dangerous roller coaster effect. Candies, sodas, pastries, or even foods disguised as healthy, like flavored yogurts, sauces, or certain granola bars, send blood sugar soaring. That rush may feel invigorating for a moment, but the body responds with a surge of insulin, quickly sweeping glucose from the bloodstream. What follows is a sudden crash that leaves you drained, sluggish, and weak. Over time, this repeated cycle wears down your body's ability to regulate energy. Simple activities, walking to the mailbox, climbing stairs, or standing for long periods, begin to feel exhausting. Not because of age alone, but because unstable energy levels are silently undermining your strength. Beyond energy swings, excess sugar drives chronic inflammation, a silent force that wreaks havoc on joints and muscles. Inflammation is the body's natural defense against injury or infection. But when it becomes chronic, fueled by a steady diet of sugar, it turns destructive. Joints grow stiff, swollen, and painful, especially in weight-bearing areas like the knees, hips, and ankles. This explains why many seniors feel persistent leg pain or a heavy, aching sensation that often worsens after sugary meals. Muscles, too, are at risk. Chronic inflammation weakens muscle fibers, reducing flexibility and resilience. Over time, muscles become prone to small tears and less able to repair themselves, leading to weakness and a steady decline in strength. For older adults, this translates into real challenges: struggling to rise from a chair, difficulty maintaining balance, or discomfort while walking. And the problem doesn't stop there. As the body ages, sensitivity to insulin naturally declines, making it harder for muscles to absorb glucose and vital nutrients. A high-sugar diet accelerates this process, pushing the body toward insulin resistance, a state where cells no longer respond properly to insulin. When that happens, muscles are deprived of the protein and amino acids they need to preserve mass and strength. For seniors already battling age-related muscle loss, or sarcopenia, this becomes a serious obstacle. Excess sugar only speeds up muscle wasting, making it increasingly difficult to maintain balance, coordination, and mobility. Seniors dealing with insulin resistance often find their legs growing weaker, their steps less steady, and their stamina fading. But sugar's damage doesn't stop there. It also undermines bone health, the silent foundation of your body. Processed sugar interferes with calcium absorption, the mineral essential for bone density. Over time, this weakens bones, making them brittle and more prone to osteoporosis and fractures. For older adults, a single fracture, especially in the hip, can be life-changing. What might have been just a bruise in younger years can now mean months of recovery, reduced mobility, and even the loss of independence. Isn't it startling how one small misstep can reshape daily life? The challenge is that sugar hides everywhere. Foods marketed as healthy or low-fat are often loaded with it. A flavored yogurt can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. Granola bars disguise it as natural sweeteners. Even salad dressings, particularly low-fat ones, rely heavily on sugar for flavor. Breads and cereals labeled whole grain can still be packed with hidden sugars that silently sabotage your health. That's why reading labels becomes critical. Watch for names like high fructose corn syrup, maltose, dextrose, or almost anything ending in OS. These are all forms of added sugar that add up quickly. The goal isn't to eliminate sugar entirely, that's neither realistic nor necessary, but to make smarter, more mindful choices. By doing so, you'll protect your strength, preserve your mobility, and give your body the foundation it needs to stay resilient. Choose natural sweeteners like raw honey, pure maple syrup, dates, or coconut sugar. They create smaller, steadier blood sugar rises and even offer trace nutrients that refined sugar lacks. Embrace whole fruits. Berries, apples, and citrus not only satisfy sweet cravings, but also provide fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins that strengthen muscles and bones. Berries, for example, are packed with anti-inflammatory compounds that can ease joint pain. And when a craving strikes, reach for nutrient-dense choices. A small piece of dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa, a handful of nuts, or plain Greek yogurt topped with fresh fruit. These options bring satisfaction without empty calories or the inflammatory effects of processed sweets. Always read labels carefully. Aim for foods with no added sugars or less than 5 grams per serving. Be cautious with sugar-free products, as they often contain artificial sweeteners that may disrupt gut health and metabolism. Cooking at home is one of the best defenses. When you prepare your meals, you control what goes in. Experiment with natural flavors like cinnamon, vanilla, or mashed bananas to add sweetness without added sugar. If you're still here watching and finding these lessons helpful, let me know by commenting number 1 below. Your time is truly valuable. Remember, the choices you make today shape how strong, mobile, and independent you'll remain tomorrow. Processed sugar may seem like a small indulgence, but over time, it quietly erodes your ability to walk confidently, stand with ease, and live life on your own terms. By cutting back on sugar and focusing on nutrient-rich foods, you can preserve leg strength, protect your joints, and maintain the vitality needed to enjoy daily activities. Whether it's tending a garden, playing with grandchildren, or simply walking through your neighborhood. Now, let's move to the second culprit. Deep-fried and fast foods, the silent enemy of your joints and circulation. Few things rival the pleasure of golden French fries, the crispy bite of fried chicken, or the warm comfort of a donut fresh from the fryer. These foods are more than just meals. They carry memories of family gatherings, celebrations, or quick, convenient stops. For many seniors, fast food restaurants have become a familiar choice, offering easy and affordable meals. Yet beneath their appealing flavors and textures lies a hidden threat to your leg strength, joint health, and overall mobility. Many people blame their slower steps, aching knees, or heavy legs on aging alone. But have you ever wondered how much of it comes from what's on your plate? Deep-fried and fast foods, are among the most damaging choices for the three pillars of mobility: muscles, joints, and circulation. Their impact is both immediate and cumulative, making movement harder and raising the risk of serious health issues over time. Deep-fried foods are usually cooked in oils loaded with trans fats or partially hydrogenated oils, some of the most inflammatory substances in today's diet. These fats don't just add extra weight, they fuel inflammation throughout the body, hitting the joints the hardest. Chronic inflammation gradually wears down cartilage, the protective cushion in joints, leading to stiffness, swelling, and constant pain. This becomes especially severe in weight-bearing joints like the knees, hips, and ankles that support every step you take. Over time, this damage raises the risk of osteoarthritis, a degenerative condition that robs millions of seniors of mobility. What once felt simple, walking to the store, climbing stairs, or standing for a while, can turn into painful obstacles. And when pain keeps activity low, muscles weaken further, creating a vicious cycle of decline. The damage doesn't stop there. Fried and fast foods also disrupt blood circulation, a vital element for strong, functional muscles. Packed with saturated fats and sodium, they constrict blood vessels and raise blood pressure, limiting blood flow. This deprives muscles of oxygen and key nutrients they need to stay strong. The result? Persistent leg cramps, fatigue, and a heavy, sluggish feeling that makes even short walks exhausting. Poor circulation also heightens the risk of vascular problems, such as deep vein thrombosis and peripheral artery disease. In some cases, blood clots in the deep veins of the legs can even become life-threatening if they travel to the lungs. Peripheral artery disease narrows the arteries, further limiting blood flow and causing pain, cramping, and weakness with every step. For seniors, these conditions are especially dangerous, often leading to lasting mobility problems and a higher risk of falls. Deep-fried and fast foods also contribute heavily to weight gain. Packed with dense calories from fat and carbohydrates, even small portions can add hundreds of calories to your day. Extra weight places enormous stress on the joints of the lower body. In fact, every pound gained adds about 4 pounds of pressure on the knees. This accelerates cartilage breakdown, worsens pain, and speeds up the onset of osteoarthritis. Excess weight also undermines balance and stability, raising the likelihood of falls. And for seniors, a single fall can be life-changing, leading to fractures and long recoveries that strip away independence. The combined strain on joints and reduced stability creates a perfect storm that turns simple activities into overwhelming challenges. The damage doesn't end with joints and muscles. Bone health is another hidden casualty of fried and fast foods. These meals are often deficient in essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, nutrients vital for bone density. Their high sodium content makes matters worse, drawing calcium out of bones and leaving them weaker over time. This increases the risk of osteoporosis, where bones become brittle and fragile. For seniors, the consequences can be devastating. A hip fracture, for instance, often means long hospital stays, reduced mobility, and a painful loss of independence. One fall is sometimes enough to turn an active lifestyle into a struggle marked by limitation. Fast food may be convenient and affordable, but its nutritional pitfalls run deep. Beyond the fried items, menus are loaded with processed ingredients, salty sauces, sugary drinks, and refined carbs that fuel inflammation, weight gain, and circulation problems. Even dishes that appear lighter, like fast food salads, often lose their benefits under heavy dressings and sodium-packed toppings. With drive-thrus and delivery just a click away, it's easy to fall into the habit of relying on these meals without thinking about their long-term consequences. If you're still here and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're watching along. Thank you for your valuable time. Now let's talk about taking control with healthier alternatives to strengthen your legs and protect your mobility. The good news is, you don't need to cut fried or fast foods entirely. Simply reducing how often you eat them and choosing smarter options can make a powerful difference. Start by choosing better cooking methods. Instead of frying, try baking, grilling, steaming, or air frying, techniques that keep flavor intact without the dangerous trans fats or excess calories. For instance, baked sweet potato fries with a drizzle of olive oil are a nutrient-rich alternative to traditional French fries. Next, swap your oils wisely. Replace processed vegetable oils such as canola or soybean with healthier options like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. These oils provide anti-inflammatory benefits that support joint health and improve circulation. And most importantly, prioritize whole foods. Build your meals around nutrient-dense foods like lean proteins, chicken, fish, or tofu, along with whole grains such as quinoa or brown rice, and plenty of colorful vegetables. These provide lasting energy, support muscle repair, and help reduce inflammation. When fast food is unavoidable, make smarter choices. Pick grilled instead of fried, swap sugary sodas for water or unsweetened tea, and choose lighter sides like apple slices or a small salad with dressing on the side instead of fries. To boost circulation, add foods that enhance blood flow. Fatty fish, rich in omega-3s, leafy greens loaded with nitrates, and berries packed with antioxidants. These keep your blood vessels flexible and reduce vascular risks. Don't overlook bone health. Make sure you're getting enough calcium and magnesium from dairy or fortified alternatives, leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. Pair them with vitamin D sources like salmon, egg yolks, or even safe sun exposure to help your body absorb calcium more effectively. The truth is, the foods you choose today will shape how freely you move tomorrow. Fried and fast foods may bring momentary pleasure, but over time they lead to joint pain, weaker muscles, poor circulation, and fragile bones, robbing you of independence. By focusing on whole, nutrient-rich meals and healthier cooking methods, you can protect your legs, maintain mobility, and preserve the vitality to live life on your own terms. After all, should a single fall or a chronic condition like arthritis really be allowed to define your future? Take control today and let your legs carry you with confidence into the years ahead. When cravings strike, resist the pull of processed, inflammation-triggering snacks and instead reach for nutrient-dense choices like raw or lightly roasted nuts, crunchy chickpeas, or homemade treats made with wholesome ingredients. These options nourish your body, supporting long-term health instead of feeding chronic inflammation. When dining out, choose grilled, steamed, or baked meals over deep-fried dishes that are heavy with unhealthy fats and only add to joint pain and muscle strain. Small adjustments like these, repeated over time, bring powerful results. The effort you put into mindful eating now will reward you with stronger legs, better mobility, and greater independence as you age. By fueling your body with foods that strengthen instead of deplete, you're laying the foundation for a vibrant, active future. Food holds immense power. It can heal and energize, or weaken and limit you. Every bite is a decision, and that decision is yours. Will your diet bring vitality or invite stiffness and pain? So the next time you're tempted by a fried snack or processed treat, pause and ask yourself, is this worth sacrificing the strength and stability of my legs? That answer could shape how well you walk, move, and live in the years to come. By prioritizing nutrient-rich anti-inflammatory foods, you're not just eating for today. You're investing in your future strength and freedom. You're not just eating for today. You're investing in your ability to stay active and independent for years to come. But hidden dangers lie in processed meats, chipping away at muscle strength with every bite. For many, they're a daily staple and even part of cherished traditions. A ham and cheese sandwich at lunch, crispy bacon for breakfast, or a hot dog at a summer barbecue. These foods feel convenient, flavorful, and familiar. Yet behind that comfort is a slow toll on the body, especially on the muscles that keep you mobile and independent. As the years pass, Preserving strong, functional muscles becomes essential for walking freely, climbing stairs, or even standing without strain. The very foods you may rely on for ease and taste could be silently eroding that strength. Bacon, sausage, ham, deli meats, hot dogs, and pepperoni are loaded with preservatives, excess sodium, and chemical additives that weaken your body's ability to function at its best. One of the worst culprits is sodium. In high amounts, it disrupts fluid balance, causing water retention and swelling, often most noticeable in the legs. That swelling leaves them heavy, stiff, and sluggish, turning simple movements like walking or standing into draining tasks. For seniors already prone to cramps, joint pain, or reduced mobility, a high-sodium diet only makes matters worse, bringing discomfort, numbness, and even unsteady steps. And beyond swelling, processed meats drive chronic inflammation, a quiet but destructive force that speeds up muscle and joint deterioration. The nitrates, nitrites, and preservatives in processed meats spark inflammation throughout the body. Over time, this damages muscle tissue, weakening its structure and leaving joints stiff, sore, and less flexible. Even simple movements, climbing stairs, bending to tie your shoes, or rising from a chair, become harder, slowly chipping away at your quality of life. If left unchecked, this chronic inflammation fuels sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. And with it comes a much higher risk of falls, fractures, and dependence on others. Processed meats also interfere with how your body absorbs the very nutrients your muscles need. Protein, iron, magnesium, and B vitamins are essential to keeping muscles strong, flexible, and resilient. Yet these chemical-laden foods lack nutrient density, leaving your body struggling to use what little they provide. Over time, this nutrient starvation weakens your muscles, showing up as constant fatigue, poor endurance, or difficulty with everyday tasks. The irony is clear. Foods sold as convenient sources of protein, like deli meats or sausages, may actually undermine the very strength they claim to support. To truly protect your muscles and safeguard your legs, replacing processed meats with wholesome alternatives is essential. Fresh, unprocessed options, like grilled chicken breast, roasted turkey, or baked fish, provide the protein and nutrients your body can actually use. Salmon delivers clean, high-quality protein without the harmful additives. Plant-based options like lentils, black beans, chickpeas, quinoa, nuts, and seeds are equally powerful, packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that aid muscle repair and fight inflammation. If you enjoy sandwiches, replace store-bought deli slices with freshly cooked meats or plant-based spreads like hummus or avocado. Add whole-grain bread and colorful vegetables, and you have a nutrient-dense meal that fuels your body and protects long-term muscle health. These small changes ensure your legs remain strong and capable as the years go by. Every dietary choice you make shapes your ability to move, walk, and live independently. While processed meats may feel convenient and familiar, the hidden cost is your physical strength and mobility. By embracing wholesome anti-inflammatory foods today, you're investing in stronger legs, greater freedom, and the ability to stay active well into the future. The decision is in your hands, and your future self will thank you for choosing health over convenience. But there's another danger many overlook: high-sodium foods, silently draining leg strength one meal at a time. Salt hides everywhere, sprinkled on morning eggs, stirred into soups, and packed into the processed foods that fill modern diets. For many, salt feels like an afterthought, a small sprinkle that enhances flavor and makes meals more enjoyable. But what if this seemingly harmless ingredient is quietly draining the vitality from your legs, making movement harder with every passing year? Too often, seniors dismiss symptoms like heaviness, swelling, or weakness as simply part of aging. In truth, excessive sodium is a major but preventable factor behind these issues. It directly affects your ability to walk, stand, and move with ease. The dangers of a high-sodium diet reach far beyond its reputation for raising blood pressure and harming the heart. Too much salt disrupts the body's fluid balance, causing water retention that shows up as swelling in the legs, ankles, and feet. Have you ever noticed your shoes feeling tighter, your ankles puffier, or your legs unusually heavy? That's your body struggling under the weight of excess sodium. This swelling doesn't just look uncomfortable. It puts strain on your muscles and joints, turning simple tasks like walking to the mailbox, preparing a meal, or climbing a short flight of stairs into exhausting challenges. Over time, reduced activity only weakens the muscles further and increases the risk of falls. But the damage doesn't stop there. Excess sodium also impairs circulation, cutting off the oxygen and nutrients your muscles need to stay strong, flexible, and resilient. Without healthy blood flow, every movement becomes harder, and your independence slips away little by little. A diet high in sodium narrows blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and weakens nutrient delivery, leaving your muscles undernourished and fatigued. Over time, this poor circulation causes weakness, cramps, and declining endurance, making it harder to stay active or complete simple daily tasks without discomfort. The solution begins with reducing sodium and choosing nutrient-dense, low-salt foods. Fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and unsalted nuts or seeds all support muscle strength without overwhelming your body with salt. In the kitchen, flavor doesn't have to disappear. Herbs, spices, lemon juice, or vinegar can replace salt while keeping meals enjoyable. It's also vital to check nutrition labels, since sodium often hides in canned soups, frozen meals, condiments, and even snacks like flavored crackers or popcorn. By making these adjustments, you can ease swelling, boost circulation, and restore energy to your legs, helping you move with greater freedom and independence. The choices you make at the table today will shape your strength and quality of life tomorrow. While salty foods may be familiar and convenient, they come at a serious cost, draining the vitality your legs need to support an active life. By embracing a low-sodium, nutrient-rich diet, you're not just protecting your health for now, you're investing in a future where walking, moving, and living fully remain within your reach. The truth is clear: sodium is a silent threat to your mobility and even your bone health. Over time, excessive salt creates a cascade of problems that quietly but profoundly limit your independence as you age. The gradual buildup of sodium in your body leads to chronic fatigue, declining endurance, and progressive muscle weakness. Suddenly, even a short walk to the mailbox or a casual stroll through the park feels like a struggle. Many seniors accept this decline as a natural part of aging. But the truth is more complicated. Sodium doesn't just cause surface-level problems. It silently undermines your skeletal system in ways that often go unnoticed. One of its most damaging effects is the way it pulls calcium from your bones. Calcium is essential for maintaining density and strength, yet excess sodium forces the body to excrete it through urine. Over time, this leaves bones brittle and vulnerable. Unchecked for years, high sodium intake weakens the skeletal structure, raising the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. For older adults, even a minor slip on a wet floor or a stumble on a rug can turn into a serious injury, leading to long recoveries, chronic pain, or even permanent loss of independence. The danger is subtle. It builds quietly, day after day, as excess sodium erodes bone health without clear warning signs. What makes this worse is sodium's hidden presence in the modern diet. It's not just the salt you shake on your food. Canned soups, frozen dinners, deli meats, condiments, snack foods, and even everyday staples like bread and breakfast cereals often contain alarming amounts of hidden sodium. Restaurant meals, fast food, and takeout are some of the biggest offenders, often packing in far more salt than you would ever use at home. Without realizing it, many people consume 2 to 3 times the recommended daily limit of 2,300 milligrams, or ideally closer to 1,500 milligrams for older adults, putting their health at risk day after day. The encouraging news is that lowering sodium doesn't mean settling for bland or flavorless meals. With a few mindful choices, you can still enjoy delicious food while protecting your health. Start by focusing on fresh, whole ingredients instead of processed ones. Vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains are naturally low in sodium, yet packed with nutrients that support strength and vitality. To boost flavor without reaching for the salt shaker, try herbs and spices like rosemary, thyme, garlic, cumin, or turmeric. A splash of citrus juice, a dash of vinegar, or natural seasonings can add brightness and depth. And if you crave that salty taste, a pinch of Himalayan pink salt or sea salt can be a better choice, since they contain trace minerals like magnesium and potassium. Still, moderation is key. They're not a free pass. Another vital habit is becoming a careful label reader. Packaged foods often list sodium per serving, but serving sizes can be misleadingly small. Look closely and choose low sodium or no salt added options for items like canned beans, broths, and sauces. When dining out, don't hesitate to ask for less salt or request sauces on the side. Over time, these small changes add up. By cutting back on sodium, you can ease swelling from fluid retention, improve circulation, and reduce strain on your heart, kidneys, and muscles. The reward? Stronger, more resilient legs, greater stamina, and the ability to stay active and independent longer. The choices you make at the grocery store, in the kitchen, and at the dining table hold incredible power to preserve your mobility and independence. Cutting back on sodium isn't about restriction. It's about empowerment, a proactive step toward a future where you can move with strength, vitality, and freedom. But sodium isn't the only hidden threat. Refined carbohydrates are another silent saboteur of muscle strength. For generations, white bread, refined pasta, pastries, and other processed carbs have been part of daily life, tied to comfort and tradition. A warm slice of toast at breakfast, a quick sandwich at lunch, or a bowl of spaghetti at dinner feels natural and familiar. Yet beneath that comfort lies a troubling truth. These foods may be quietly draining your strength, weakening your muscles, and speeding up the mobility loss many seniors face. Is this decline just aging? Not entirely. Age plays a role, but dietary choices, especially frequent refined carbs, accelerate the process. Unlike whole grains that keep their nutrient-rich bran and germ, refined grains are stripped of fiber, vitamins, and minerals during processing. What's left is little more than empty calories. When you eat white bread, pasta, or sugary pastries, your body rapidly turns them into glucose, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar. That quick burst of energy is soon followed by a sudden crash, leaving you tired, sluggish, and physically weak. Over time, these repeated spikes and crashes in blood sugar chip away at your muscles' ability to perform, draining endurance and making simple tasks like walking, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries feel exhausting. For seniors, this loss of stamina often begins a downward spiral. Less activity leads to weaker muscles, and weaker muscles reduce mobility even more. But the damage from refined carbohydrates doesn't stop at energy swings. Excess intake fuels chronic inflammation, one of the biggest culprits behind stiff joints, sore muscles, and overall decline in physical function. A diet high in refined carbs leaves joints less flexible, muscles more sensitive to pain, and the body feeling heavier and less responsive. If you've noticed aching legs, constant fatigue, or struggling with tasks that once felt effortless, your diet may be playing a bigger role than you realize. Even more concerning, refined carbs accelerate muscle loss, a condition called sarcopenia that becomes more common with age. Muscles need steady protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients to stay strong. Yet a carb-heavy diet offers little of these essentials, slowly starving muscles and causing them to shrink. This gradual loss makes ordinary movements harder, and increases the risk of dangerous falls. Often the decline is so subtle that it only becomes clear when standing from a chair, walking a short distance, or lifting something light suddenly feels difficult. The encouraging truth is this: it's never too late to change course. By replacing refined carbohydrates with nutrient-dense whole foods, you can truly nourish your muscles and restore strength. Choose whole grain or sprouted breads rich in fiber, B vitamins, and essential minerals that sustain energy and support muscle health. Swap out white rice and refined pasta for options like quinoa, brown rice, farro, or whole wheat pasta. These provide a steady release of energy and help you avoid the sharp blood sugar spikes that drain your vitality. Pair them with fiber-rich vegetables such as leafy greens, sweet potatoes, and broccoli, alongside lean proteins like chicken, fish, eggs, or legumes. These combinations supply the building blocks your muscles rely on to stay strong. Making these changes doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It means choosing versions that love your body back. The difference can be profound, lifting not only your strength, but also your energy, clarity, and overall well-being. Remember, your legs are the foundation of your independence. The foods you choose to fuel them will decide how well they carry you in the years to come. By prioritizing whole, unprocessed carbohydrates, you safeguard your muscles, protect your mobility, and move forward with confidence. Your legs have carried you faithfully through life's journey. Bustling workdays, quiet walks with loved ones, and adventures both near and far. They've supported you as you danced, traveled, and embraced life's many moments. But with age, you may feel them becoming weaker, slower, or less steady. For many, this decline seems like an unavoidable part of aging. Yet the truth is far more encouraging. Your mobility is not ruled only by time. It is powerfully shaped by your daily choices, especially the foods you place on your plate. The gradual loss of leg strength that so many seniors face often comes from years of dietary habits that silently undermine muscle, weaken bones, and fuel inflammation. High-sodium meals, refined carbohydrates, excess sugars, trans fats, and artificial additives act as hidden saboteurs, quietly robbing your body of its ability to move with ease. Over time, these foods show their toll as swelling in the legs, aching joints, constant fatigue, and even hesitation to enjoy activities once loved. That heavy feeling in your legs, the challenge of climbing stairs, or the growing fear of falling may start as small inconveniences, but can snowball into a loss of independence. Yet this doesn't have to be your story. The body has an incredible power to renew, and it is never too late to shift your health in a better direction. Imagine waking up each morning feeling strong and capable, confident that you can move without pain or hesitation. Picture yourself walking through the park with your grandchildren, climbing stairs without stopping to catch your breath, or standing tall without discomfort weighing you down. These are not distant dreams, they are possibilities within your reach. The path to that future begins with what you choose to eat. Years of processed foods, salty snacks, and refined carbohydrates may already be taking a toll. Perhaps your legs feel heavier than before, or cramps, swelling, and stiffness have become familiar struggles. Maybe you've started avoiding long walks, gardening, or even social gatherings because they now feel too exhausting or risky. These changes are not simply part of aging. They are your body's signals, urging you to take action. The key to reclaiming strength lies in shifting toward a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods. Lean proteins like fish, poultry, eggs, and beans supply the amino acids your muscles need for repair and growth. Healthy fats from avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil help keep joints flexible while reducing inflammation. Colorful vegetables and fruits provide vitamins and minerals that fortify bones, improve circulation, and guard against oxidative stress. By centering your meals around these nourishing foods, You equip your body with the tools it needs to rebuild strength, restore resilience, and protect your mobility. This journey isn't about perfection or drastic change. It's about small, intentional steps. One meal, one snack, one grocery choice at a time. Start by replacing a processed item with a healthier, whole food alternative. Try experimenting with recipes that excite your taste buds, and invite family or friends to join you in making healthy eating a shared experience. Over time, these little changes add up, creating noticeable improvements in how you feel and move. Remember, your legs are not just a way to get from point A to point B. They are the very foundation of your independence, the key to living life on your own terms. They deserve to be nourished, protected, and strengthened. Every choice you make today, whether it's a salty snack or a nutrient-rich meal, a sugary dessert or a piece of fresh fruit, shapes your future. Will you remain active and self-reliant, or be held back by weakness and discomfort? Choose health, choose strength, choose a future where you keep walking, moving, and embracing the moments that make life meaningful. Your legs have carried you through so many chapters, and with the right care, they can continue to carry you even further. The power is truly in your hands, and it begins with the next bite you take. Your legs are the foundation of your independence, supporting a lifetime of memories and experiences. By making mindful food choices today, you safeguard your strength and ensure you can keep moving with confidence for years to come. Take a moment to reflect. What's one lesson from this video that you're ready to put into practice? Is it swapping out processed foods, choosing more nutrient-rich meals, or simply being more mindful of what fuels your body? Each small step matters. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Wishing you good health, lasting happiness, and peace of mind. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more guidance on living strong and well.